Good morning. I'm Katie McManus, business strategist and leadership coach, and this is day 5 of the Social to Sales 5-day challenge. This is the last day of this challenge, but the first day of the rest of your life of showing up on social media. Congratulations, you've made it this far. Today, I've been teaching a lot of basic skills and some ideas and thinking outside the box the last few days, and how to really set yourself up for success, and what kinds of things will really rev up your social media energy and bring in the best results. Now, none of this, none of what I've taught you so far will work if you don't stick with it. Okay. If you don't build some momentum, be consistent, and show up on a regular basis. Okay. If you start and stop or drop off and then pick it up and then all the stuff, which is the same as starting and stopping, but just has different energy to it, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Social media is not like a one in, one out kind of situation. Sometimes I'll start with a client and we'll set up their social media strategy, and they'll start posting, and a weekend they'll be like, Katie, it's not working. I'm not getting any clients from this. And I have this conversation setting the expectation, but it's so easy to expect results overnight. I didn't get clients from social media, from LinkedIn, for the first 5 months of showing up consistently. Okay. But once I started, it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped. It is a long game. It is not a get rich quick kind of scenario. Okay. It takes time. Okay. And the reason it takes time is because you have to show up consistently so people trust you. Okay. And people can't trust you if they don't know who you are. So you showing up in social media every day or several times a week, we're not trying to like break you here, okay? But you showing up on a regular cadence and not going away is kind of like having that neighbor down the street who you see water their garden 3 times a week. It builds up in your mind that you're like, oh, it's Wednesday. Doris down the street, she waters her garden on Wednesday. I bet I'll see her today. And then you see her, and for sure Doris is out there and she's watering her begonias. Okay. Actually, I don't know why I use that flower. I don't even know what begonias look like. Anyway, but when you don't show up regularly, it's as if Doris has gone away for a few years. She's like, peace out, bitches. I'm going to Italy. I'm going to Airbnb out my house. And then you have no idea who's going to show up. And maybe she comes back for a couple months at a time to like see friends and family, but it's like unexpected and it's out of routine. You're like, Doris, how are you? But it's not the same routine because now she has a landscaper who does it. So she's kind of in and out. When you're showing up on social media, you have to be like a neighbor. Okay. So when I say that, this should be giving you some ideas as to what you can be posting. Okay. Because here's the biggest thing that people get stuck on. It's like, well, oh my God, like I have to post this often. What am I going to post about? So here are a few things that you can turn to. And hi, whoever's watching. If you're watching and you have any questions, please pop them in the chat. I am on StreamYard, which is a little more imperfect when it comes to translating comments to me. So if I don't respond to your comment, then it's not you. It's sometimes just the technology. Anyway, but I want to give you 4 different strategies to keep yourself consistent on social media. Okay. So number 1, we have this fear that we're going to run out of ideas. Do you ever have that fear where you're like, oh my God, like this is such a great idea. I have to capture this and act on it right now before I lose it, because there's never going to be an idea like this again. So it's bullshit. Our brains are literally designed to come up with idea after idea after idea after idea. Okay. So what you're going to do is train yourself on idea abundance. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a practice of every single morning as you're drinking your coffee or your tea, or you're just waking up for the day, is you are going to start a journaling practice, essentially, where you write down 10 ideas of different posts that you could put up. Now, a lot of those ideas are going to be absolute garbage. Okay. You may be like, oh, cool. I can, look around your bedroom. You're like, well, I'm reorganizing my closet this weekend. Maybe I can post about that. Put it on the list. Okay. Maybe a garbage idea, maybe a brilliant idea. Who knows? But it goes on the list. So you at least show yourself that you have options. Not only that, but you're creating a whole bank of ideas that you can go back to on days where you're feeling uninspired. Okay. So that is one tool that I want you to file away, start doing, show yourself that you have an abundance of ideas. Now, number 2 is personal posts. I want you to really dig into your life. And you may think like my life is not that interesting. You may think, well, I want to keep my personal life to myself. I don't want to be super vulnerable, and that is totally okay. That is totally okay. But here's the thing. For me to trust you, for anyone on social media to trust you, we have to know enough about you that like a similar amount of about you as we know about our neighbors. Okay? So like let me share about one of my neighbors growing up. Wayne lives like across the street and one house down from my parents. Really nice guy. He was a parole officer. He still is to this day. Really kind and empathetic. He puts the rest of the neighborhood to shame, however, because he's always working in his garden. Okay. He's always working on a project. His lawn just looks immaculate. He rides a motorcycle. I don't know if it's a Harley or anything. I'm not a motorcycle person, but I know that he rides it to and from work. His wife's name is Patty, and she always has the most beautiful nails. Like she really prioritizes going to the nail salon. And he really wants a dog, but they have a cat. He works too much for them to have a dog. And if he does get a dog, I know he really wants to be able to train it well. Okay. I don't know any intimate details about their life. Okay. And thank you, Paul. Hi. I hope you're enjoying these ideas. Anyway, I don't know any intimate details about their life. I know that they're nice people. I know that I like them. I know that I consistently see them when I go home to visit my parents and that they're always there. If my parents ever needed anything, they would be there. Okay. But it's not like they're hanging out. They're not close. Okay. Now, your social media followers should know at least that much about you. Okay. They don't need to know your deepest, darkest fears unless you want to share them. They don't need to know the most vulnerable, lowest moments of your life unless you want to share them. Okay. They can just know things like you want to have a dog, but you have a cat. Okay. Lots of people can relate to that. Okay. They just need to know whether or not you take care of your own lawn or not. Okay. Lots of people can relate to that. Okay. You get to share stuff that's pretty basic because that's the stuff that people feel related to. When I first got started on social media, one of the things that I shared about because I was in lockdown with my family on Cape Cod, and I, shared that, it's weird as a 30 something. And also that I was really grateful for the chance to get to know my family again, because I've lived in California for like 9 years. Okay. So I've been really far away from them. And one of the things that I posted about is that my sister, like a sociopath, sorry, Chrissy, if you're watching, like a sociopath, doesn't put milk or sugar in her coffee, but she puts 3 ice cubes. Now, that's not like a vulnerable share. It's not super personal, but that's the kind of detail that you'd only know about my sister if we were really hanging out. Okay. If we were really, close friends and you're hanging out with me a lot and I was talking about it or you saw it firsthand. So you get to share, you get to open the door and let people know a little bit about you. And guess what happens? It just naturally happens. When you open that door, people start telling you about them, which leads me to my next point here is number 3 in staying consistent on social media is treat it like, yeah, it is a sociopathic tendency. Absolutely, Paul. But the third trick here to be consistent on social media is to treat social media like a social event where you actually make fucking friends. like you're here in an environment with a lot of other people and we're all communicating stuff. Why wouldn't you make friends with people? It really does strengthen that reward center that I talked about yesterday, where you show up and you see that like a friend of yours who you may have never spoken to in your life has commented on your post and commented something funny. And then you think of something funny to respond to it. Okay. That ups the engagement for your post. It strengthens that friendship. Um, it really broadens the network who's going to see your stuff going forward. And it also shows people your personality. Like, what is your sense of humor like? Is it weird and quirky like mine? Is it sarcastic? Whatever. It gives everyone an extra experience of who you are, and allows for them to create, like, to store those details about you as if you are their neighbor. Okay. So you have to, and I say you have to, I mean, obviously you can show up on social media and not make friendships. That is also an option. But why? Why would you do it that way? Because Here's something I want you to remember. If you're starting a business, you need to have business BFFs. You need to have people to turn to who are at about the same level as you, maybe a few steps ahead or a few steps behind, who understand the struggle. Okay. Who understand what it is that you're going through, who understand that you're going counter to probably what the rest of your family and friends are doing. Okay. And social media is an amazing place to find that. Okay. It's an amazing place to create that. Okay. So treat social media as if it is just a social event and you get to go and connect with your friends. Okay. That's how I do it. I have so much fun with it. Okay. I've made amazing friends on social media, some of which I've never spoken to on the phone. Some of which I have, some I've met in real life. It's incredible the things that can happen on social media. Finally, number 4, you have a business. Okay. You have a business. You serve customers. Okay. If you're really struggling with showing up consistently on social media, I want you to constantly turn back to your business goals. How many clients do you want to have? How much money do you want to be making? What impact do you want to be having with this business? Okay. If that's not enough to motivate you to show up on social media, I don't know what is. Okay. And also, your business is a great resource for ideas of things to post. Like, what are the most common complaints that your clients have? What are the most common questions you get from people? What are your clients' wins? What are they celebrating? You don't necessarily have to violate confidentiality if that's a thing, but if you helped a client achieve something really incredible, share about that. Okay, that's amazing. Share about what it is or why you do what you do. What is it that motivates you to do this work in particular? Behind the scenes, if you're developing a new program, take pictures of yourself developing this program. Take a picture of your desk. Take a picture of your work bags as you're going, traveling. That is 100% content worthy. Okay, because people love seeing behind the scenes. They love getting an insight as to what it is that someone does and the kinds of results that they can get for their clients. Okay. Also, those are the posts that people will be like, "Hey, oh, you did that for them. I think I want you to do that for me too." Okay. So those are the 4 ideas for you to really lean into, for you to show up consistently on social media. So I'll go through them again. So every day, write down 10 ideas of posts that you could do. Okay. Show yourself that ideas are abundant. They're never going to run out. Okay. And it also helps you come up with better ideas over time. Okay. It also gives that whole library of ideas that you can refer back to on lazy days. Okay. Number 2, be personal. Let people get to know you. Okay. Let them build you up as if you are a neighbor in their home, in their hometown, and know enough about you that they at least remember you. Okay. Because if I don't remember you and you start posting about your business, am I going to remember you? Probably not. Number 3, treat it like a social event. Make friends, have friendly interactions, look forward to it, find reasons to look forward to it. Okay. And finally, 4, look to your business for content ideas. Okay. Those are the things that are going to actually get you clients. Okay. So I set you free. If you are tuning in for the Q&A this afternoon, then I look forward to seeing you there. And if you're in the challenge and you're responding to the emails, I can't wait. I'm just about to go dive into my inbox and see what you guys have written up. Otherwise, I am here to support you. You have a business to grow. You have clients to serve. Victoria, I love the neighbors analogy. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. I find it just like a friendlier way to describe it. Anyway, you have a business to grow. Okay. And your business can so easily be grown on social media. I want you to have faith that if you show up and are consistent and don't give up, it will pay off. It may take a little while, but it will pay off. And as always, if you're getting stuck and you don't know how to do it and like this was great, but like you're still having some trouble, I am here as a resource. Book a call with me. Okay. Anyway, I'm Katie McManus, business strategist and leadership coach. I'm going to go finish this cold coffee and I can't wait to see you all soon. This is the final day of Social to Sales, day 5. And thank you so much for joining me. Oh, Chris, yeah, it's definitely a long game. I mean, you've been on social media for how long? And you've been doing how many different things? Like, it happens over time. It happens over time. And I missed the whole thing. Paul, I'm so stoked for our strategy session too. Anyway, love you all. Hope you have an amazing Wednesday. I had a panic this morning because it's garbage day on Thursdays and I saw the garbage truck. And I literally for like 15 minutes was walking with my dog and just thinking, oh my God, I miss garbage day. I miss garbage day. Convinced that today was Thursday. I've never been happier to be a day early in my mind. A year and a half. Yeah, Chris. Year and a half. It took me 5 months. It can be anywhere in between. I love it when I get messages from clients, like they get their first social media client. It is the most magical experience because it's like, oh my God, a stranger out there in the world saw my stuff and decided they wanted to hire me. It's incredible. And it happens more and more the more consistent you are. And you know this. I don't know why I'm preaching to you. Anyway, it is Wednesday. Thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your week. And thank you for joining the Social Sales 5-Day Challenge. I am going to be rolling out another challenge in about a month. So keep your eyes open for that. I'm really excited. I'm like hooked on this whole thing now. Anyway, have a great week and I will see you all soon. Mwah. Bye.